The Tiguan and Atlas now have a little brother. The 2022 Taos is a subcompact SUV, the one that's smartly packaged to maintain sizable interior proportions. Now, I've been running this little guy all over the place this week, through the mountains of New England, on day trips, etc., and it is clear VW has yet another winner in its growing stable of SUVs.
The Taos is one of the most pleasant surprises to come across my test drive schedule this year. It performs far above its $33,000 as tested price by exceeding expectations in nearly every area. The drive is spot on VW, with dynamic characteristics on par with the Golf. The Audi-like tech features have me double-checking the sticker price, and all of the intangibles just click. It looks good as you approach it, it's accommodating to its passengers, and the size is perfect for day trips and running errands. And I've averaged over 32 mpg on regular to boot, though VW recommends using 91 octane to achieve the engine's full power. Now, if you don't need the Tiguan's bigger cargo area, the Taos is a no-brainer. Even so, with the second row seats folded flat and locked in place, the Taos' max cargo volume is nearly identical to that of the Tiguan's. Now, where the Tiguan gains an advantage is in cargo volume behind the second row. And what if I told you this one actually has more rear seat legroom? I also love the shopping bag hooks back here, which can each hold 5 pounds. This pure gray paint is a $395 option, but looks especially good on my tester, which is actually a front-wheel drive model, something I don't get very often around here when I test SUVs. Though both this and the 4Motion model use the same 1.5-liter turbo, producing 158 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque, the front-drive Taos transmits its power via an 8-speed automatic, while the all-wheel drive model utilizes a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. 4Motion models also receive a more sophisticated multi-link rear suspension, but that comes at a cost, a reduction in cargo volume. And frankly, I've never once thought about the rudimentary torsion beam on my tester. It's completely a non-issue. This Taos is smooth in its ride and eager to please on rural roads. It also checks in at 255 pounds less than the 4Motion, lending to a more favorable power-to-weight ratio. And let me tell you, I've had this Taos on some of the most spectacular driving roads in New England and enjoyed every second of it. The turbo boost and low-speed torque, combined with the sport mode for the 8-speed, make the driver happy, whether it's passing through small towns at 30 miles per hour or crossing the gaps at speed.
Unlike in the Tiguan and Atlas, there's no R-line available here. So this SEL trim serves as the highest Taos example, with everything you see here included as standard equipment minus the floor mats for an as-tested price of $33,185. Quite the attractive price point when you consider all that the Taos is. Now, beyond all of the upscale features such as the adaptive front lighting with high beam assist, the heated real leather seats, the heated steering wheel with 3 levels of warmth, ambient interior lighting, and this big multi-view digital cockpit pro, the thing that impresses me most about the Taos is the drive. It handles the back roads with an uncanny precision. And believe it or not, this 1.5-liter turbo never feels underpowered. And the 8-speed auto with sport mode lends to this German precise tailored drive that frankly I wasn't expecting. Now, I did put big miles on this one this week, and I have thoroughly enjoyed my time behind the wheel. It's a great highway cruiser, despite the misgivings of this infotainment system.
It supports wireless phone projection and has a conveniently placed wireless charge pad, which is nice, but interacting with it just falls short. There's built-in navigation with available over-the-air updates, and I love how it integrates my phone's mapping software into the driver display if I choose to use that instead. But the voice commands are clunky, and quickly finding what you want can be clumsy. It's really the only aspect of the Taos that doesn't fully agree with me. But this big, bright, highly configurable digital cockpit has me seeing Audi, despite the fact that satellite mapping isn't here. The ambient lighting is legit, much more robust than in some more expensive cars I've recently tested, and the Beats Audio 8-speaker sound system is bassy. At speed, the Taos's cabin tends to be a little loud, so I found myself cranking up the volume, but nothing out of the ordinary for the compact SUV segment. Just know that the USB ports are all Type-C. IQ.DRIVE is the name Volkswagen gives to their driver assistance features, and they're all standard on this SEL trim. I've used the travel assist feature quite a bit, which is radar cruise control and lane assist combined, and it works very smoothly, though it doesn't match the smartness of the more hands-off highway driving assistant from Hyundai. Dynamic road sign display and light assist, which automatically activates the high beams, are a couple of my favorite bits, but all of the electronic nannies are here to keep you feeling safe. The only notable option my tester doesn't have is the $1,200 panoramic sunroof. And if you were thinking of adding a hitch, the Taos is not designed for towing a trailer. But this SUV is a real delight. VW should sell a ton of these, and it's easy to see why. For TestDriveNow.com, I'm Steve Hammis.